A very good afternoon, everyone. Today we have not just one guest, but two special guests from Paper Bells School. So before we get into the session, let me introduce our today's guests to you. We have Mrs. Pavani. She has completed her Bachelor's of Engineering and Master Business Management, and she has worked with the prestige builders. And having worked in a corporate world, she decided to start her own venture. Mrs. Nimisha is again the second founder. She has completed Bachelor Business of Business Management and Masters of Business Management from Loyala College, Chennai. She has worked in IIFL and Steria corporate based and decided to start her own venture in the field of early education domain, for which she was always passionate about. And she went on to complete her NTT and MTT course from Bangalore. A very warm welcome to both of you. It's indeed an
Thank
honor
you so
to
much.
us. So yes, first of all, I'm very fascinated with the school name. So
Okay.
I would like to know that what was the thought behind the name of the school?
Actually, when we started the school, like we're just going through a lot of names for the kids related stuff and all. So this was the name which has recently gifted by my uncle. One old stories, maybe the storybook was very long back, maybe like 3, 4 generations of storybook. It has passed to my son. So from there is a story called Paper Bell. So from there, I got this name and we just suggested to her, and she was also happy with that. And we just started actually. And now it's so fun. Like everybody started saying that name itself is so unique and it's very
Yes.
nice, and we are so happy about that.
Absolutely. It is a unique name. I have heard it for the first time in so many years. It's a very nice name and has a very pleasant ring to the whole thing. So
Yeah.
that's really new.
Thank you.
So tell me, which year was your school established?
It was established actually this year only in February we just started. So
Okay,
2023.
okay. And of course, both of you have been passionate about starting it, but what was the thought behind starting the school?
Actually, we have we have 2 kids each. So we
Okay.
have our kids who are studying already in grade 1, but we have gone through this phase of COVID. So we know how the studies and the curriculum is going on. So we wanted to do something with related to kids actually. So then we came up with this. We wanted something like kids should learn more innovatively and they should feel the fun in learning, not like a bookworms or something, mug up the things. Because tomorrow they whatever they learn today for the next lifelong, they should remember, okay, this is the concept I learned. It should not be like, okay, so a chart, I saw this, I saw that, karke, no. So it should be more of a material based learning. So that's why we came up with this. And we just, it's a like long process of discussion. We just keep on going since maybe more than 1 or 2 years. We wanted to start something of our own, and it's something related to the kids we wanted. So we had different ideas actually among us. And finally, we thought, why can't we start a proper like material based learning for the kids? So that's what we thought, okay, our own baby kind of Paper Bells.
Yes, that's really nice. So now, the city of Bangalore, there are schools coming up each year. I mean, not just the preschool, the big schools. So, and especially when it comes to preschool, every second or third lane, you find a preschool. So, with so many schools all around, how does Paper Bell stand to make a difference?
Every schools they have like a materials, everything is there, but ours is a proper like material based. It's like what are
Okay.
the concept we are teaching to our kids, we are putting in that young minds. It's through the material, so we'll be giving the kids materials, they'll be learning through the materials. From there only we are just going to the books, papers. When you say the Montessori, that writing part, the reading part, they'll not come into picture most of the times actually. But ours is like it's a together blended learning. So we'll give
Okay.
the kids a material, and it's not that we are just keeping one material around all the kids. It's not that we are just giving the material one kid and one material at a time, and we are
Okay.
giving the material to the kid. The kid has to explore the material. For example, if I wanted to tell you, if I'm giving a color pairing, see there are multiple care. I can teach that through charts. I can teach them through that.
colors or some material. But still, if I'm giving them materials, there is a chance the kids will explore. Sometimes they'll arrange in a order, sometimes they'll mismatch, sometimes they'll find the color combination. It's about the touch and feel, and you learn and you'll explore. So learn by yourself. So we are just a helping hand for the kids. So that is what we can tell the best thing. That is what we are telling, that initially what we mentioned, we are putting the strong foundation for the kids. Instead of
Okay.
teaching the concept, it's a foundation we are giving to the kids.
Whatever they learn today, sometimes like after something, we teach them one concept. When they go to the next chapter, they forget that. But in a material-based learning, it's like a toy for them. So always they remember, I have played with this toy. This is how I learned. So that's why it's like purely material-based for us.
Okay, great. So the curriculum that you follow, are you, when you say blended learning, so what have you, of course it is material based, but are you following a certain curriculum, or if I say maybe kindergarten way of learning, or is it Montessori, or it's a combination? What is it that you're following?
Actually,
We are just tied up with Credo actually. So the
Acha.
Credo is our academic
Mm.
partner. So we are just following their curriculum. And apart from
Okay.
that curriculum, we have other activities and certain things what we was lagging with our kids. We are, that also we are just putting into this actually. So that's how our curriculum works for the kids.
Okay, okay, great. Okay, now that, maybe your kid has gone to grade one, maybe both your kids have gone to grade one, but, today, even as a parent, probably when you would have looked around for schools and looked for admissions, you have also seen, you must have also seen it amongst your friends that today times have changed. Earlier on, parents would just put their child in the school which was nearest. But today they have this question in mind that whether your school is ICSE or CBSE or IB or IGCSE. So do you think that as an educator, do the boards really make a difference in a child's success?
Yeah, can you? I'm sorry. Actually, see, the board is important for the kids actually, for the future sake. For the preschools, for like us, the board is not the thing. It's like, as I already told, we are just putting the concept. We are just preparing for the kindergarten, or we are just preparing for the grade 1 K-12 schools. So the board will come into the picture for the kids like after 6 years. When they go to the grade 1, then only it's coming to the picture, their grade. So for the preschool, it's about the learning process. It's about that how they're just taking that, they're shaping them. We are just shaping, and we are preparing those kids for the respective boards, which the parents, now the parents, like some people wanted to that ICSE, CBSE. It's like that will come into that after picture. So first you shape your child, make them a better child to the next level. So we are just preparing the child. So we don't think that board for the preschools, it's nothing to do
We
with
just
that.
want to lay a strong foundation for them, which will help them for the future actually. See, boards comes
So
later.
any board, like our
Yeah.
curriculum will help the kids actually. So it depends the parents.
Main that they should have a strong foundation where they have the good knowledge they have gained here. That's the main concept here.
That is true. Now, another thing that you usually tend to see is that suppose there is a 3-year-old, and a parent also has a 3-year-old child. So the other child, probably knows a lot more than this particular parent's child, and the parent is thinking that how come the other child knows more than my child? Though both the children are of the same age. So do you think that is there any particular way that a child learns?
Ma'am, that's why we have come up with this thing where the material based learning, as we said, see, there are people who already would have come to school, will know all the colors, for example.
Correct,
There
correct.
are other kids who don't know what is that red color, green color. So this is why we have lots of materials for color. It's not just color pairing. We have lots of activities for them to teach them that this is the color, this is the color. So as the time goes, they will also be same with the kid in the same level.
And obviously
Yeah.
kids are different. Each five fingers has not same.
Yeah.
The kids are different, and we have to give them the space. We cannot feed everything at once. Maybe some kids
Correct.
are like they're just learning
Mm.
from other, and it's almost the atmosphere we are just in. Maybe in the family circle, the what we are communicating inside the family, that is also matter. So some
Yeah.
kids will be like maybe they're just coming to there, for them it's a new, but it's
Mm.
fine. We have to give them that space, that time. The kids will adjust. It's not more than pressurizing. We just give them the space, they'll just get into that.
Yes.
So we have a more experienced teachers to take
Mm.
care all kind of kids. So that's not worry about any parents. Like we can assure you that we have a good group of teachers. We are just coming up. So all are well trained with multiple types of kids actually. So the kids
Each
will
kid
learn.
will have the same capability, ma'am.
Yes, absolutely. So what is the student teacher ratio that you have planned? for each of the grades that you have in your school?
We are just 1:12, ma'am. 1:12.
Okay.
Because we don't want to put more kids actually.
Mm.
It's about the less quantity, you just concentrate more. What each,
Yes.
even one kid also, you just give the best. That is what our like
Concept is end of
Yeah.
the day.
1:12, not more than that. So if you
Yeah.
have more kids, we'll be assigning another teacher.
Other teacher, because we don't
Okay.
want it to be too crowded also.
Yeah, yeah,
So
absolutely.
we want to concentrate on each kid's capability and improve them more. It's not like push all of them in one place and
Yes.
keep it like one gender like kind of thing.
True, true. So which location is your school in?
We are located near this coffee board layout. Actually, it's near Kempapura, Hebal.
Okay, okay.
It's not Bangalore.
Okay, great. Okay, so tell me another thing that is, today that you have seen the trend. I don't know, maybe as mothers, you may have also done it, but when a child comes back from school, there are a whole lot of activities that parents put their child to, whether the child goes for art class, then dance class, and all so forth. And probably till late in the evening, the child is going to some classes or the other. So as parents, like you've been on the other side as well, you've been parents, you are parents, and now you have become educators. But do you think that there are certain skills that a parent needs to inculcate or imbibe in a child to help them develop an overall personality?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, of course, we feel that it's not about only the curriculum, it's not about only the concept. It's about the kids with that activity, the sports, basic kind of the dance movements or something. These kind of things will make them feel happy. If once the child is happy within himself, then only he can like bring it as our full strength. Actually, we cannot sell one kid is he's not performing, he's not doing. It's not the thing. It's about you're just giving the space. Just if he's having any other like talent or something, just try to improve that. And in our curriculum also, we just included dance and art and craft, and apart from that some painting, coloring and sports kind of activities, small like hula hoop, small things we just already have in our curriculum also. So we always think it's not about the curriculum, it's very important for the kids to that physical development, that mental development. It's very important actually. So through the any sports or any kind of activities, any kind of art, it has to come out.
As they explore, we'll get to know their interest also, ma'am. So it's like
Yes.
not like if they're going for football, cricket, end of the day, after a year or so only, you'll get to know which is the
Correct.
best one, which they like. And we can't force them into something like that. So they
Correct.
should go with interest.
Absolutely. I think so. What you're telling the parents is they should allow their child to explore
Explore the
different,
things. Yes.
activities, and then probably understand that what the child is really interested in.
Yes, true.
So you have anyway partially answered the next question, which was to do with activities. That how important do you think activities are in curriculum of the school, and how much emphasis does Paper Bell give to activities?
As I already mentioned, like we have a dance, we have an art and craft, and we just in our curriculum itself, like weekly or 15 days once, we have a splash pool activity. And most of the games we are just planning for the kids actually. It's like even outdoor, we have some space. So there also we'll be taking the kids like for the activities, small sports activities. So like most of the things that activities which compulsory for our curriculum included that within 10 to 15 days of any 2 classes or 1 classes is compulsory for the activity based. So the dance will be having any weekly basis we can have. So that's what we have just planned our curriculum. So
Okay.
more of activities.
Based learning, actually.
Okay.
Paper Bells is all about material and activity based learning, actually.
That's great. Okay, another thing that I would like to know is that, of course, we live in digital age where even probably an infant who's as young as 6 months old, when the child cries, the parent usually puts the phone in the child's hand. So do you think that in such a kind of a time that we are living in, how does one inculcate curiosity among the children? How do we make them explorers, become curious learners?
The kids within himself, they'll be having some curiosity, ma'am. It's nothing we have to teach the kids. For anything, we'll also be in this age also, if we saw something new, we'll be asking multiple questions. But in today's world, we are just giving the phone for a child. It's because we doesn't have the time to spend for the child.
Yes.
So we'll always tell, because we for the daycare also, we'll be getting some parents for 1 year or 1.3 years. Even our daycare teacher is ready. She was there trained for taking from three months to 3 years. She was ready. But still we'll tell the parents, please give some time,
Yes.
because that attention is very, very important what you can give. So that curiosity questions, so whatever the kid is asking, just give some time for them so that explain, then it will automatically develop. So if you're stopping at one point of time for some kids, then it will not develop. He's coming up with some kind of question, he's coming up with some kind of things. Maybe he'll be drawing us some other things. Maybe you don't like it. Maybe you would have saw from some other TV, somewhere nature, something. We would have not understand what is you done. It's over. We are just disappointing the kid actually. Better don't do that. Just give them space actually. So let them just give some time for your kids actually. So more you spend with your kids, obviously the kids will develop. So that's how we can inculcate the curiosity with the kids actually. Stopping will not work. We have to spend more time with our kids, because we know better than anybody. Our kids only we know. The parents know better. Then only the teachers will also come into picture, right?
Correct.
So better you just give a space for your child. It will come. It will work.
Absolutely. And of course, so you said you are following the Credo curriculum. So is there enough room in the curriculum wherein, in case a child who is not able to cope up, at the age level that the child is supposed to know certain things, but the child is not able to cope up. So do you have certain process in place where you can help such children?
Actually, we have an app every day where we update whether the kid has able to learn it or not. So if I'm giving him some example, one material. So if he's completed that material only, we'll just update in the app. So end of the day, when the assessment is done, we'll know which kid is not able to recognize what. So again, we'll help them to go through the process again. Till he learns it perfectly, we will help them.
And as I already mentioned, we are just not taking all the kids actually. So that even the certain kids, if they're just slow to the certain things, it's fine. We just give them the space. We'll just give them repeatedly that materials. We'll be giving them, teaching the separate concepts more and more times. So we are just giving the space, let the kid learn from, like, take time, it's fine for us actually. So our teachers also train for teaching those kind of kids also. Maybe some kids are very slow with that language speaking. So our teachers are trained for that also. And obviously we'll be regularly communicating with our parents also, like how the things, because we should know what's happening in at home also. So we'll be communicating with that also. According to that, if something is happening, like we have to take a special care for that particular child. Obviously, as I already told, that's why we want very less strength. 1:10, we are just planning for this year. 1:12 maximum, I told you. So that only because of this. Every child is not same. So some kid, if you're small, it's fine. We wanted to concentrate on them also. So that's why that strength is also
improved, because each child is not the same. One will be very intelligent, one is a slow learner, but end of the day, when the year is completing, we want all of them to be the same level. No one should be less.
And we'll be keep on communicating with the parents, interacting with the parents in case if the child is lagging on anything. So we'll come to know more better about the child, what's happening in the house also. So we'll be just managing the things accordingly, which is best for the child.
Okay. So now coming to the workforce, as we call them, are teachers. They are known as the pillars of any institution. And like they say that till the time the leaders are as good as their teams. So how do you now, suppose parents, after hearing such interesting things about your school, would want to join your school? So what is it that is required in your recruitment process, so that for a person to join Paper Bells as a teacher, what is the process that you follow?
Main thing we wanted to say, anybody who's ready to join us, it's about the passion towards the job and love for the children actually. That is more important, because kids will be very naughty. We'll tell each our aunties or teachers who is coming also, they will be very naughty. We cannot tell them stop the kids for anything.
Yes.
So if you have the love, if you have that passion towards your job, towards the kids, it will be easy for the teachers to handle the kids. So first criteria for our Paper Bells teachers is that you just love for the children. You just please be passionate about your things. So that is the first procedure. Then that interview procedures about. So main thing
later. The first thing is you should have a passion. Without passion in the school, you cannot work. Other jobs, okay, with passion or without, you can manage, but without passion to work with the kids, because kids is very different.
Yes.
So as she already specified, you will be very naughty. You should have the passion to handle them with love and care.
Yes.
So that's the main criteria.
We have to become like a kids. We have to be a role play actually. What kid was to be? Maybe if I'm teaching some joker, then I'll be the joker in the classroom. So that mentality we have to have the teacher actually.
Correct.
So that is what we are expecting from our teacher also. We have the good teacher of set of teachers. They are also at the same caliber actually. Just
So are
happy
you
about that.
open? Okay, so are you open to freshers as well? Somebody who's not trained or has not completed Montessori or whatever, but then is a fresher but is very passionate and loves kids. Would you give such a
Yes, yes.
person a chance?
Yes, we are open to freshers also who are really passionate and who have this love for the skills and all. And we provide them the training. So we
Okay.
help them with the training, curriculum, learning the material part, all this. Usually we have a monthly training for our teachers.
Okay.
So like that. So
Great.
we are offering for freshers also.
Okay. Okay. Perfect. So usually schools have, during induction time, they have training for teachers right at the beginning of the year. But at your school, are you planning or have you planned ongoing kind of or a refresher training for teachers?
Yes, we have trainings as I already she mentioned. Like for example, we tied up with Credo, and just Credo is also providing a training for the kids, and we also provided the training for the teachers. Like 15 days actually, monthly 15 days of training is there compulsory for the teachers. That's online will be there.
Okay.
Sometimes in-house trainings will be there, so we'll be getting the people from outside, like proper Montessori teachers, and we'll also be training. So the training programs, like every month, it's compulsory for the teachers. That
Okay.
refreshment course kind of it will be there for the teachers actually, because everything's keep on changing in our like education
Yes.
world. So obviously
Yes.
it has to be updated. When you are teaching the child, they'll know more things than us, so we have to be updated ourselves also. That is compulsory for our teachers.
Yes. So now, looking at the current scenario, like especially in the last few years, based on the incidents that have occurred, everybody's become very cautious, and parents' biggest concern is safety today. And a lot of schools, of course, I would say that all the schools have probably put down certain safety protocols in place. So at Paper Bells, what are the steps for safety of a child that you have put in place to ensure that child is safe in the premise when the child is in school?
Safety wise, we're actually fully secure here because we have already, as we have 15-month-old kid also is there here. So we have already tried all the safety measures, and we have every nook and corner of the school. We have a CCTV also. We have made
Great.
sure there's no loophole also, because we
There
know
is
how
no blind
safety
spot.
is important. We also have kids, so we have seen this, and we are also scared to send our kids to some place where there's no safety. So that point we are very clear. School is fully safe and secure.
Yeah, any point of even the teachers, that any aunties or nobody can take the child, or they can't even use any bad words to the child also. We are just very safe with that, and you can aramse send your kids with so much love.
Like a second home for them.
Yes.
I think that's very important, and that would really assure the parents.
Yeah, yeah, correct. Seriously.
I think more important than everything else, this has to be right on top of the list, because only when a parent is assured that the child is safe would a want a parent be comfortable and relaxed and trust the school. So now, when I talk about, you were talking about little to do with parents, but where parent participation is concerned, whether it's to help the child with homework or any kind of activity that happens in school, what kind of participation from parents do you expect, or how many times do you expect them to visit the school?
As I already told you, so the kids will be certain kids, we have to be more concentrate with them. So we'll be keep on interacting, because we don't have a like a transport facility. So we'll be having a pickup and drop. So the teachers can be like, teachers also will be coordinating with their parents at a daily basis, and they are easily approachable for us also. Any parent can call us on any time, because we are just giving our numbers to the parents actually. So they can call us actually at any point of time. And when it comes to homework, but obviously the parent has to be aware of what the kid has gone through in class, what is their curriculum, what he's doing. End of the day, it's like a participation actually. It's not like one teacher cannot do everything. Obviously the parent has to be participate, and homework we'll be providing to the kids. It's like the kid can do themselves. That is what we are just giving to them actually. But which doesn't mean the parents should not be participate in it, but they should be aware, okay, this has been taken, that my kid know this. The participation we are expecting from the parents also, because it's not, we cannot, only the teacher cannot put everything actually. So the parents is also there. The kids will be more comfortable on everything, that if they are, we know each and everything, like even teacher parent relationship also be good. obviously that teacher, parent, like a kid, the three-way communication, it has to be properly done actually.
Once in a while, we have a parent-child activity also, so that they have more interaction and the bonding is done more for parent and child. So that way they'll get to know, okay, this is what the kid likes and this is what the
And
kid
we have
wants.
like small workshops also we have
Yeah.
just done, like recently we had a holy party. So everywhere we are just like
Involving the parents.
parents also, like
Okay.
the parents is very important actually. We'll
Yes.
come to know more things from them actually.
Very true. And so now we were talking about activities right at the beginning. I would like to know that, of course, your school has recently started, but what annual activities or what major events that you have planned for during the course of the year?
So next academic, we're just expecting for that. Obviously, the sports day, annual day, this is a must for the kids. And every now and then we'll be having some of the other festivals, other things. Apart from that, we're just planning for this Mother's Day, Father's Day, this kind of events, including that parents also we wanted to come into picture.
And different sorts of DIY workshops also we were planning. Last week we had a aquarium activity where parent and child interaction was there.
And before that, we had a paint bar activity that where the parents can Christmas party. So a lot of things already done in small short span of time with us. So we are just looking forward for more events which where we can interact with our parents also. We wanted more people like parents, teachers.
Even in the summer, we are just coming up with, we have an association here. So the layout we are staying here. So we are planning a sports day for all the little ones. Usually all the little ones are left out in all marathons.
That is also Mother's Day. We are just and we are just working on it actually. Those aid to release the details actually.
That's nice. That's nice. Yeah, I think you're right that summer camp, usually the little ones or they are the ones who are left behind. So that's nice. It's a nice idea to have a sports day for them. Yeah, that's lovely. So yes, I mean, anything, before I come to the last question, any important thing that you would like to talk about or inform the parents about your school that you feel that parents must know about that? Anything else?
One thing we wanted to tell all the parents like who are visiting us, just somewhere somebody you are nearby this North Bangalore, just please visit us at least once actually. So what we are telling, we already discussed so much about this materials and most of the schools have their Montessori based materials, but I don't know how extent the materials are there. Like we have a proper two labs, separate labs for the nursery and playgroup, and we have a separate lab for the LKG and UKG. So all the mathematical concepts, when it comes to that addition, subtraction, multiplication, we are just teaching them that hide with what are the concept, everything we have a materials. So just come and visit. So you'll be knowing a better idea. So how the exact the Montessori blended learning method it's working. Just for the idea, even I'll just suggest if the parents has, because Montessori materials is not affordable for all the parents actually. Basic thing, this pincing grip kind of will be getting in the market also for the playing kind of. But apart from that, lot of varieties of this Montessori materials, which will be easy for the kids to understand the things actually. We are teaching from the multiplication, this and all. If you're teaching the multiplication, it will be repeated addition, we know, but it's not exactly that putting in their mind, it's very difficult. But when you're doing with the material repeatedly, if you keep on adding the beats, it's registering. Okay, 4 times have to keep on add the beats. Then it will be the next answer I'm getting. So the materials we have that much, like vast materials, we have a occupied lab we have for our kids. Just do visit us at least once just for the idea. So we are just very happy to welcome your child. So that is what we wanted to tell you.
We agree we are new school and we don't have maybe experience in the past, but we have started with a lot of passion where we want the kids to gain the knowledge. It's not something just like that, come, go and like that. We just want the kids to learn
Even
here
as
and
you already
enjoy.
said,
Mainly
our kids
enjoy.
are into grade 1 actually. So we know where they're lagging for last COVID times, that online classes was there. A lot of things they were lagging the concept.
Foundation was lagging for them. So basically, that's why we started this.
Yeah.
Wanted the kids to have because in the young age, the foundation is very important for them. Once they have a good foundation, the future will be really good.
Absolutely.
That's our main aim. Paper Bells' aim is only that.
Great. So now, yes, it was such an interesting conversation, but then coming to my last question for both of you separately, that of course you have had corporate experience or in different areas apart from education, but probably what was that eureka moment or what was that point of time that made you want to become an educator? So both of you can tell me separately, and what is it that made you want to become one?
Okay. It's mainly seeing the kids, our own kids, how they've learned and things like that. It made us become this educator actually. Because we wanted to put up, as I said already, a good foundation for the kids. Because if the basics is not good, no point how much they learn. You
Yes.
don't know in the young age, like addition should not be a by heart process. 2 plus 2 is 4. You should not remember or memorize it. You should learn the concept. You should understand things logically, basically. The logic and learning is very important. So that's why it's like we have come up with this.
And we had a lot of other business plans, but what are the business plans we had just discussed in last 1 or 2 years of discussion was happening. Everything is related to the kids actually. So something related to the kids. Then we thought, okay, this kind of Montessori, just after getting the training also that Montessori materials, I thought, why can't we just started that? So at least our kids will also get benefited. Now, actually, as I already told, our grade 1 kids, we are just bringing here actually. We're just putting some concepts in their mind also through the materials. It will be easy for them.
Yes.
So that is the moment like we thought, okay, why can't we go for this proper Montessori based? Like, we just encouraged a lot of schools for our kids actually that time. Proper one with fully equipped materials we couldn't. And after that, when I completed the schools, I thought it's very easy. When we are in schools, we just bygoted the things with a lot of efforts actually. But something for the kids.
We wanted to always do something with the kids related.
Yeah. I think that sums it up all, because since kids were in the center of whatever that you all planned, so I think it flew just naturally to start a preschool. Anyway, it was lovely talking to both you ladies, and I can see the passion and I can see the love that you have for your venture that you have started. And we pray and wish you both a very best, and to Paper Bells. And I pray that you guys touch greater heights in the years to come. And maybe very soon you will have many more new branches coming up of Paper Bells.
Thank you
And
so much. It means a lot. Yeah.
Yes, so we
Thank you.
wish you
Nice
all
talking
the
to
very
you. Yeah.
best. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. It was very nice talking to you actually.
And we thank schools also for giving us this opportunity actually.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So much.
Thank you.
Yeah. Have a nice day.